Number two on our list here in the film study, we're also going to take a look at Brandon Stevens, who've had a good game on Sunday against the Bills, and something that the Ravens desperately need. Alec, Brandon Stevens with Marcus Peters playing well, Marlon Humphrey playing really well, Marcus Williams. That third cornerback role is up for grabs. If Brandon Stevens plays well, that bodes very well for the secondary, for the cornerbacks, as Kyle Hamilton and everyone gets acclimated together there.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he played 89% of snaps this game, was trusted with the role. No other cornerback played defensive snaps, which I was actually kind of stunned by. Armour Davis was inactive. Pepe was limited to special teams. I mean, it was a full show of confidence for Stevens, and I think his film reflects why.
So Garnett, I've been kind of tough on Stevens about being a slot corner because he's not quick enough, not this, not that, more of an outside corner. But he did acclimate himself very well. I mean, on this play you're about to see, he's matched up against Isaiah McKenzie, very shifty, very quick slot receiver. Brandon did well on Sunday, Garnett.
Yeah, man. I'll see get to the highlight. But here's my thing about Brandon Stevens before we get started with this. I just feel like if people just give the man a solid home to be at. Don't, when you're moving around a lot, being a rolling stone, I'm not trying to make a Temptation reference, but when you're being a rolling stone, going from position to position, it's really hard to get acclimated to what you really want to do and how you really want to play. So if this is going to be his home, from what you say, if he had a solid game, when we're about to see some of the cutouts, let's keep him there. Like you said, Marlon does best, and he's having one of the best careers, arguably the best corner right now in the NFL. Obviously, Marcus Peters is getting his legs on him, but still performing really good while getting his legs on him. Yeah, man. I feel like should be no issue with keeping Stevens in the slot from what we're about to see.
So Alec, he's got a spot actually. I mean, it's just we've had different guys in this spot. If you see at the top of your screen under the S and finish, that's Marcus Peters' spot. All right, he plays on the left side. He's usually there against that outside receiver. You see Kyle Hamilton. He's in the white sleeve right there. He's covering the tight end. Brandon Stevens is going to be working with Marlon Humphrey on that side together. He's got a role. He's just got to play well, and it was good to see that on Sunday, I thought.
I agree.
All right, there we go. So let's roll it. So this is man coverage. COD. Now, I don't know if Eli's still in there. That does not mean Call of Duty, Eli. That is change of direction. And then finish on this. So let's see him against the shifty slot, Isaiah McKenzie, and what we're talking about. Good coverage on this play. Avoids the traffic, cuts through. Was he there a little early? I thought so at the stadium, but no call there from Jerome and company. Nice play. Nice finish, though. I do like the finish. He didn't wrap his arm around him. He just went ahead and slapped his way in. So nice change of direction here. We're going to see what we always known. Balti Raven with the comment right here. Not bad for a college running back. We'll be able to see some of that running back physicality on this play right here. There's Brandon Stevens. He's going to go into motion here, follow the receiver in motion. Watch him shed this block and get in on this play. Here comes 71. Nope. Ball out. So there's the block shed and the hustle. Plays with reckless abandon for his body, Garnett.
Yeah, from this play, I like how he didn't, engage into play. He was real swift about it. Boom, take a step back. Obviously he got rid of the defender, well, the offender in this case. But literally, and I like the dive right there. It's like, hey, I'm going to get the ball, aggressive. I like that type of hustle right there. It's like watching Dennis Rodman, man. With a loose ball under there, he just dove on it, man. I love it.
Yeah, hey man, one thing I love about Brandon Stevens through all the critiques I've had of his play is he plays hard, man. And most of his missed tackles, as a matter of fact, Alec, come from him flying in out of nowhere, trying to make plays like this. He is a hard-nosed player.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, that was like the thing about him out of college. You saw that hustle and his just ability to be everywhere. And I love how he's just, uses that smaller frame of his to be like, no way, big man, like, whoop, just doesn't let him get his paws on him nicely and is able to go and hustle in. Yeah, very good play by him.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he takes control of the job. I hope somebody takes control of that third cornerback job because we really need somebody to discipline here, and then a quick trigger. We'll see him again. Another hard play and close fast. You guys can see the first down markers there at the 35-yard line. So that's where the Bills have to go for a first down. The DBs are lined up at the sticks. You see he's working with Marlon again. Marlon's above Stevens in that picture, and Marcus Peters is down at the bottom. Watch how he closes on this route. Very, very quick. You can see it in slow motion, just how disciplined he is. He knows he has to carry that tight end a little bit. As soon as he sees Allen go, he goes and is able to close on that. Garnett, does that strike you as impressive, sir? Because I see this kind of stuff in college. I'm like, yeah, this guy's got his eyes where he's supposed to be, and he finishes.
I like the eyes. I feel like it's going to get faster and faster. I wouldn't say he took a delay, but it was like it was sound. I'll give it that. But I feel like it's going to be more quicker on the trigger. It's going to become secondhand nature to react. And once he keeps on being comfortable in this position, like it. Basically, I can't wait, to be honest with you, to see how the progression comes with him. To be honest with you,
yeah, Alex,
he's dog in him in so many positive ways when it comes to the tackling and just being aggressive and just being disciplined. You know what I mean? So it's all going to get better.
Yeah, you see, Alec, he doesn't want to just give up on the tight end running past him. He respects it, in my opinion, just enough. You know what I mean? Just enough. He doesn't want to have Josh Allen pump fake to McKenzie and then go to that tight end and be like, where were you, Brandon? It looks like in slow motion, I could tell he's like, I'm carrying the tight end, but I'm anticipating breaking on McKenzie.
Right. And he knows that Williams is there behind him. So he stays with him as long as he needs to until he's basically going back into Williams's territory. And I think he has good awareness of knowing where the sticks are, getting in there and making sure that McKenzie's not able to go an inch further. The second he makes contact, McKenzie's done. He's stonewalled. And that's huge, right? Like, if I recall correctly, this was a third down play where it resulted in a 3rd and 1. So,
it's actually second down. You can probably see the number 2.
Yeah. Okay. So second, so it resulted in the 3rd and 1 next, right? So, right. Yeah, like that was huge. Not letting them get that first down.
We're going to see blanket coverage here, Garnett, and this is what you really like to see. Now, if you want to pick on Brandon Stevens or something, it's that him finding the ball, G. He's got a little Marlon Humphrey in him where, he doesn't turn back. When he turns his back, it's a little late. Something that he's improved on a little bit over last year, but still has some work to do. But he's matched up on a big tight end here, and you can tell this tight end is just no match physically for Brandon Stevens, G.
Yeah, I feel like when you see corners of that type of technique that they play, they're more worried about being in the right position, and then instead of trying to be in position to make interception. So, he's playing. Obviously he's playing through the receiver and not not through the quarterback. And I like the aggressiveness of him. Like I said, he's always going to play like a dog on him, on anybody. And the fact that literally, like I say, the more comfortable he gets in this scheme, I think we're going to be comfortable with him for years to come with him and Pepe. Like, it's going to be a nice little pairing that we can have with those two. Especially just like, and Dawson Knox, he's legit. He might not be top 5 or anything, but he's a very solid tight end too as well. Just to give him, just to let people know who he's going against as well.
Yeah, Dawson Knox, good tight end. Alec, I think his head is a little late on here. Once Dawson Knox turns his head, that's when I want to see him turn his head. You see, it's just like a second late. So it's there. He's got the right idea, but watch the helmets of both players if you can on this play. Right. Dawson Knox, once he's there, you look back. Take a peek. And that's why he's tripping over him again and could put himself into pass interference. G, you got something to say?
No, I say he pushed off at the end, and so he tried to reestablish where he needed to be on the field. So if you look right when he gets to the 5 or 6 yard line, and you can see it right. Well, obviously right there, my bad. It was the 10-yard line. With the 10-yard line, he literally separated himself, and that's why it's like, oh crap, let me get back in position. Right, like he tried to hustle back. Yeah.
Right. He goes into scramble mode a little bit after the cut. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's blanket coverage. So you can see the athletic skills of Brandon Stevens there. Yeah, we'll just look at it one more time. But yeah, once a guy like that is breaking to the outside, there's nowhere else for him to go. I want to see your head turn right back towards the ball at that moment. Anticipation and burst. Again, how's that for a quick trigger, G? You like that?
Yeah, I do. Let me see it one more time, just to the reaction.
I also circled Calais Campbell on this because he's the guy that's going to drop and take it away. But Calais wants a flag for intentional grounding there. But yeah, so Calais is dropping. Brandon Stevens, again, he knows that's Stephon Diggs. He breaks as soon as Josh Allen's arm comes up. Nowhere to go.
He didn't have to. The thing about about his feet, yeah, he didn't take a gather step. What I mean by a gather step, basically, you have to like T-step it to get there, and that's pretty damn good. That he can get a lot of burst in a smaller step instead of a T-step.
Yeah, T-step for you guys at home. Just imagine your feet are perpendicular to each other. Your front left toe is pointing forward, but your right back foot is in a sideways to be able to push off. And Garnett's saying, look how even his feet is. He never T-steps. It's just straight back pedal. And yeah, no wasted motion. I don't think this is a false step at all if you look at it in fast speed, regular speed, Alec. Again, not a highlight play that you'll find on highlight reel, but a really good sign, excellent technique, and you can see the ground he covers in such a short amount of time there.
Yeah, for sure. That actually really means a lot, right? Not just to have the ability to not have to take that, T-step, but also it correlates to the change of direction, which we saw at the first play. Being able to gather yourself, stop on a dime, move, and get yourself in the right position.